Zach Baby TV coming at you live with a top 5, maybe even a top 10. We'll stick with the top 5. Favorite Goosebumps books from the original series 1 through 62. All in amazing condition, all original prints, 1 through 62. Gonna do a top 10 here. I could talk about each one of these books for many hours. So, what I'm gonna do is just show you my top 10, read the backs of them, and continue on with business. First up, Attack of the Mutant, of course. Amazing. He's no superhero, he's a super villain. Skipper Matthews has an awesome comic book collection. His favorite one is called The Masked Mutant. It's about an evil supervillain who's out to rule the universe. Skipper can't get enough of the mutant until one day he gets lost in a strange part of town and finds a building that looks exactly like the mutant's secret headquarters. A building that appears and disappears. Has Skipper read one too many comic books? Or does the Masked Mutant really live in Riverview Falls? Yes. My ultimate number 1. I know you guys do the countdown backwards, but I'm letting you know this is number 1. And I'm sure many of you have already known that. That's why I'm doing it 1 through 10. Next up here, Welcome to Camp Nightmare. Of course, I've mentioned this previously as well. The food isn't great, the counselors are a little strange, and the camp director, Uncle Al, seems sort of demented. Okay, so Billy can handle all that. But then his fellow campers start to disappear. What's going on? Why won't his parents answer his letters? What's lurking out there after dark? Camp Night Moon is turning into Camp Nightmare. For real. And Billy might be next. Excellent and amazing. I went camping as a kid a lot, and that's why that is number 2. Boom! Number 3, Deep Trouble. Awesome and amazing. Love the ocean. I'm prior Navy myself. Billy and his sister Sheena are visiting their uncle, Dr. Deep, on a tiny Caribbean island. It's the perfect place to go exploring underwater, and Billy's ready for an adventure. There's only one rule to remember. Stay away from the coral reefs. Still, the reefs are so beautiful, so peaceful, Billy can't resist. But he's not alone in the water. Something's lurking deep below the surface. Something dark and scaly. Something that's half human, half fish. Yes. Spoiler alert, it's a mermaid. Number 4, A Shocker on Shock Street. Now, with the cover, makes no sense to me because in the story they're stepping on his feet and stuff to get him to leave when the tram stops in the middle of their ride. So him being that big makes no sense to me, even on the movie. But I love this story. I listen to the audio all the time. Erin Wright and her best friend Marty love horror movies, especially Shocker on Shock Street movies. All kinds of scary creatures live on Shock Street. The Toadinator, Ape Face, the Mad Mangler. But when Erin and Marty visit their new Shocker Studio theme park, they get the scare of their lives. First, their tram gets stuck in the cave of the living creeps. Then they're attacked by a group of enormous praying mantises. Real life is a whole lot scarier than the movies. But Shock Street isn't really real, is it? Nice. And number 5, of course, the original story of the Haunted Mask. If looks could kill. How ugly is Carly Beth's Halloween mask? It's so ugly that it almost scares her little brother to death, so terrifying that even her friends are totally freaked out by it. It's the best Halloween mask ever. It's everything Carly Beth hoped it would be, and more. Maybe too much more, because Halloween is almost over, and Carly Beth is still wearing that special mask. A classic and amazing. Number 6, A Night in Terror Tower. Again, not one that's super duper scary or anything, but an amazing story that I love. It's going to be a long night. Sue and her brother Eddie are visiting London while they run into a little problem. They can't find their tour group. Still, there's no reason to panic. No way their tour guide would just leave them all alone in a gloomy old prison tower. No way they get locked inside after dark with those eerie sounds and a strange dark figure who wants them dead. Number 7, Revenge of the Lawn Gnomes. A lot of people hate on this book, but I think it's amazing. 2 pink flamingos, a whole family of plaster skunks. Joe Burton's dad loves those tacky lawn ornaments, but then he brings home 2 ugly lawn gnomes, and that's when the trouble starts. Late at night, when everyone's asleep, someone's creeping in the garden, whispering nasty things, smashing melons, squashing tomatoes. No way 2 dumb old lawn ornaments could be causing all this trouble. Is there? Number 8, Calling All Creeps. I love it. Thought it was a great book. I think the TV show was kind of a disaster, but as far as the audio, as far as the book is concerned, I loved it. I thought it was great. Ricky Beamer is furious when he gets kicked off the school paper, so he decides to play a joke on Tasha, the bossy editor-in-chief. Just a little joke. Harmless, really. After school one day, he sticks a message in the paper. If you're a creep, call Tasha after midnight, it reads. But somehow Ricky's message gets messed up, and now he's getting calls. Strange calls from kids who say they are creeps. Creeps with scaly purple skin and long, sharp fangs. Awesome book. Number 9, Welcome the Dead House. It's not something that I read as a kid because to be honest, the cover didn't really grab me too much. But after watching it and listening to the audio tape, it grabbed me and I realized what I was missing growing up. It will just kill you. Amanda and Josh think the old house they just moved into is weird, spooky, possibly haunted, and the town of Dark Falls is pretty strange too, but their parents don't believe them. You'll get used to it, they say. Go out and make some new friends. So Amanda and Josh do, but these new friends are not exactly what their parents had in mind, because they want to be friends forever. And number 10 would have to be The Haunted Mask 2. I loved the story, it was awesome. It plays right along with The Haunted Mask 1 with Carly Beth. It was very well written. I thought it was just an amazing book. Steve Boswell will never forget Carly Beth's Halloween mask. It was so gross, so terrifying. But this year, Steve wants to have the scariest costume on the block, so he gets a mask from the same store where Carly Beth got hers. He looks like a creepy old man with stringy hair, a wrinkled face, and spiders crawling out of the ears. Steve's definitely got the scariest mask around. Too bad he's starting to feel so old, so tired, and so evil. So there you have it. You have my top 10. Attack of the Mutant, Welcome to Camp Nightmare, Deep Trouble, A Shocker on Shock Street, The Haunted Mask, A Night in Terror Tower, Revenge of the Lawn Gnomes, Calling All Creeps, Welcome the Dead House, and The Haunted Mask 2. This was a pretty hard choice to put these in order. The top 5 were pretty easy for me, but the 6 through 10 were kind of difficult for me to put these in the order that I thought they belonged in. There's so many great books from the original 62 series that you see here. And honestly, if I had to continue on, I just grabbed the next two. That would be number 11 and number 12. That would be The Werewolf of Fever Swamp and The Horror to Camp Jelly Jam. Now, everybody has their own opinion. Everybody has their own top 10. But these are mine. A lot of these for particular reasons. I love superhero stuff. I love camping. I love the ocean. I love amusement parks. I love Halloween. I love medieval stuff. I just thought this was a cool story. This is some monstrous stuff. This is a creepy town with dead people and a crazy house. And of course, I love Halloween even more again. So, this is my top 10. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to your comments and seeing anybody else's top 10. See ya.